So you're telling me that a woman making more money would make your dick hard?
Well, not necessarily the money; it's the education, the knowledge that I can gain from her.
You,
The money
you
is
think, and you're saying that would more blood would go to your penis area
yes,
because she makes
yes,
more money than you.
yes. Because I do not like women who are not educated. It frustrates me.
Yeah, stick to what you know. Yeah, I don't know what you playing for. I know what you want. Yeah, I'ma give you what you came in for. Pull up, I got a blunt. Yeah, you can be the one I'm waiting for. Now I'm feeling stuck. Yeah, this blunt got me singing to her.
Yeah, what's good, yo? We back, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying something new, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do some reaction channels until we get our podcast running, you know what I'm saying? If you like this kind of content, you know what I'm saying, spam that like button, you know what I'm saying? Get in the comments, let me know what you think, if you want me to continue this type of content. If you don't like it, you know, tell me to shut the fuck up so I can know who you are, so I can block you. You feel me? But, you know, I'm reacting to something that, you know what I'm saying, was sent to me, you know what I mean? I fucks with this podcast. It's the No Fugazee podcast, Coolie. The caption is Coolie debates sus male on male hypergamy. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know what hypergamy is, it's pretty much like basically like a standard. You know what I'm saying? Somebody have a certain type of standard for their type of dating class or something. Like, I really can't explain it like that. Let them explain it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to react to this shit together, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, without further ado, let's get it, you know what I'm saying?
All right, we got Darius B. Welcome to No Fugazee podcast, man. Where you from?
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, but I'm out in Kansas right now.
Out in Kansas. That's dope.
Yeah,
and are you a supporter or are you here to debate a topic?
I'm a supporter of you, but I do want to talk about something because I hear you on tonight's podcast a lot, and that's why I can't stand those clips, but you're the only person that I can.
I mean, I think I see what you're talking about. Like, dude kind of like a little zesty, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge people, but like
even phantom listening to during that time frame in those clips because you're the only one that makes sense.
I was never on tonight's conversation, man.
Oh yeah. So who is? So that's not you then. You say a lot of stuff that I agree with, and I might be.
Tonight our conversation is something good to go look at too. Like that's a good podcast. I need to tune into that. Maybe I can react to something. You know what I'm saying? From that. They got good content over there too.
Yeah. I was never on tonight's conversation. It's maybe some other people on there with some with big beards like me, but I will be on there though. I will be on there in about a month and a half. I'll be doing, or even sooner than that. I spoke with them, so I will be on there soon. So you'll see me. But what's up, man? What you got?
I just don't like how a lot of men, including Kevin Samuels, Charleston White, how men in general come from a gender.
The ancient Egyptians understood that they could use sound to reduce their weight.
Role perspective. I think that a lot of us men need to educate ourselves on where gender roles come from, and that it's actually not.
All right, got a question. I'm sorry, I keep stopping it. You know what I'm saying? What is y'all what's your definition of gender roles? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that a thing to y'all? You know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of people be saying like that's a social construct or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your idea of gender roles before this nigga, you know, tell me, because I haven't seen this video. I haven't, you know, so I can see he's about to go something about it, you know what I'm saying, on some rainbow type shit, you know what I'm saying. How you get gender roles confused? Well, we're going to find out. Let me react. I'm sorry. Apologize.
Something that we need to be abiding by. So it's not that I don't agree with what you're saying. It's like, okay, it makes sense for the stereotype or the majority, but at what place do we come into maturity to understand that that's what's been hurting us when we talk about statistics on marriage and just this men in war, you know, back and forth, men and women back and forth.
So if we shouldn't adhere to gender roles, then what should we adhere to?
Just for me, it's humanity. I think that's what a lot of people are mistaken of what's going on when they say traditional man and woman.
Well, give me an example of humanity.
Like, prime example of humanity is just like right now when we are allowed to have our rights, and men and women in the 60s, like everybody like to refer to, where the man was paying all the bills. Well, it wasn't really about that. It was that African American men and women were doing whatever it took to survive. It wasn't that the man had to pay the bills. Women were barely allowed to work, and the ones that were working weren't really making enough.
I could smell feminist. Like I could smell it. Like, but I mean, right now he got a little point. Let me finish. Let's finish. I'm sorry.
And having children, there was no such thing as daycare and welfare, all of that in the context as it is in today.
So you're saying that men and women were forced into gender roles?
I don't think he's saying
that's what you mean.
Essentially, yeah, because when you look up a guy named John Money, he is the one from New Zealand. He came up with gender roles, and that's literally a social construct and really more of a scientific term. And that's why I debate gender role. It's kind of a fact. I'm not going to be. If you look up who John Money is and you see what he did, he's from New Zealand. He's a scientist, an extremely smart guy. But it was two twins that were born.
Give me your so we're speaking on the same thing. Give me a quick definition of what gender roles is to you, because maybe I'm thinking about it differently than you are.
Okay, a gender role is a social construct and what you want to be. So how they say there's 11 genders.
Yo, bro, like I can't, like social construct. Like I'm listening. I'm sorry for stopping. I got it.
That's what that is. What our sex is male and female, but you can choose your gender. And that's why I say it's a scientific term, because people can choose whatever they want to be.
It's always, gender is a word, and gender has always been specifically tied to male and female. It's always been tied since the word even came about. Yeah, since the word even came about, it's been tied to male and female, and the motivations and inclinations that male and female have, the desires and things that we have are different. So gender.
I'm sorry. All right. So I think he said Coolie debates sus male on male hypergamy. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they're going to get into it. This video is kind of long, you know what I'm saying? But I think I see where the direction is going. You feel me? Like gender roles, like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga is talking about some gender roles as far as like, you know, in the 60s, they was forced to do gender roles because they had to. They didn't have daycare. Women had to do it. Men had. So he's trying to escape that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get what he's trying to say. Like, let's continue.
Gender roles
maybe he explained
isn't a social construct. If you just peel the layer back, you get all the way to the root of things. I always say on the podcast, manipulation happens when you focus on the effects and you don't get to the root, the cause of things. So let's just speak about it, right? So men, let's bring it all the way back to the beginning of time, thousands of years ago, it was one man and one woman. The man is stronger than the woman, right? The man has less estrogen than the woman. The man has more testosterone than the woman. So that means that the man has going to be stronger and he's going to be less emotional than the woman, generally speaking. Women are more neurotic, so they feel more negative emotions than a man. A woman gets her period each month when she hits puberty. A man doesn't bleed from himself each month. So the woman is going to be more irritable than the man because she gets her period each month, because she's higher in estrogen. So you have to look at it from a biological standpoint that women need men for survival value. Men only need women for replication value. So if you have an I
think that sounds triggering. So if you're a woman watching this, like, you know, let me know if you're triggered about what he just said. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna make no comment on that though, but you know what I'm saying? That's wild, crazy. That's wild. Like, that's a brave thing to say. You know what I'm saying? So women is for replicate. All right. Okay, dog. Okay.
And then there's one man and one woman. Well, gender roles is not a social construct because that man is going to do his role to protect and to provide. The woman is going to do her role to bear children, to be the man's helpmate. So it kind of just falls right into place when you're looking at it, when you peel all the things back, all these other social constructs that we have and influences that.
So like basically, I get what he's saying. So like, you know what I'm saying? If you just strip everything, you know what I'm saying? You just, you know, have a male and a young baby, a boy and a girl, you put them in a forest and they grow together. Naturally, the man is going to be hunting. He's going to be protecting that little girl, you know what I'm saying? Naturally going to have to do it. But the one thing I'm a little bit disagree. I ain't gonna say what we're gonna disagree with is like that woman is going to become, you know, a little bit masculine too. She's going to know how to hunt. She's going to know. She's just gonna let him lead, but she's gonna know how to survive too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take that from you women. I think y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all are very, very capable of handling yourselves. But do y'all really? Niggas driving a fucking damn, that nigga gone. Do y'all really want to do that now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all really like want to survive for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, gender roles, I could say it can be a social construct depending on like, you know what I'm saying, your situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really, without being, you know, saying something crazy. But in fact, just like we reacted.
Was put on us when you strip everything back. Talk about Adam and Eve. No.
Zillow helped me land this Airbnb listing.
Help me pay for
Zillow.
this.
Now
This
here's
shit
the
like
craziest
$20.
part.
The roles is the biology. The man's biology is different than a woman's biology. So they're going to have, you know, different proclivities. A man has a natural proclivity to compete, right? To accomplish things. A woman has a natural proclivity and not only that, a man has a natural proclivity to protect, right? If you see a lady in danger, it's gonna be a natural proclivity for you to go over there and save the woman. But if two dudes is,
I mean, I get what he's saying, natural proclivity, but I ain't saving no. I ain't super saver. I don't own no capes. You know what I'm saying? I know that's triggering to some people too, but like, you know what I'm saying? I see people in danger, you know what I'm saying? I got kids I gotta go home to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't throwing myself in danger. But let's continue.
And that proclivity isn't as natural. So we have a natural proclivity.
It's not that I'm agreeing on that. That's what I was saying. So this is what I'm saying is I
what's
think
the disagreement then?
I feel like that's when we talk about our sex. You know, because I think people have sexualized the word sex and made it gender, is what I'm saying. Because it's like, yes, if you're talking about the sex and how we naturally are biologically born male and female, if you look at your birth certificate, it says sex, male or female. But when you start talking about gender roles, like me, I'm a certified chef. I'm a certified culinarian. Went to the Institute of Atlanta for 3 years, got 2 degrees. So if you're going to tell me in a relationship that I can't cook, that's not manly, I'm going to look at you like you crazy. Because it's like, hold up, wait a minute. This is something I do with a passion. Now, while I was in the Army for 6 years, I was certified
That's something totally different. Yeah, so that's when
you gotta like...
When someone says something and you take it fully literal,
like, don't take it literally. Like,
make a whole lot of mistakes.
I feel like if you get in a relationship, if he's a culinary, you know, he'll cook and he get in a relationship with a female, I'm sure she's going to, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna adapt you cooking, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna be no, you know, gender roles gonna come from y'all's situation. Whatever relationship you get in with somebody, that's what's your gender roles is gonna come, you know what I'm saying. If a woman like to fucking take out the trash, I'm not gonna stop her for taking out the damn trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? If I like to cook, she can't stop me. That's our dynamics, our relationship. But continue.
In life, you want to use critical thinking, and critical thinking comes in like, you're a cook. Well, it's obvious. If the man was out there hunting and gathering, the first man was a cook. Let's just be truthful. If Adam was here himself, the first man was a cook. So cooking isn't a feminine thing. Cooking is a masculine thing. You need to be self-sufficient. All human beings need to be self-sufficient. So cooking is a neutral thing, right? It's a gender neutral thing. Male and female should have the ability to be self-sufficient and to cook.
But you see how women say when they say what do they bring to the table?
Yeah, in the confinements of a relationship, well, this is the thing I'm saying. When you take everything as so literal, your mind would fall into certain ideologies that would kind of, you know, bring you away from the truth. The truth is that...
Hey, I'm sorry. It's a reaction channel. I got to stop pretty much right. Do y'all agree with this fella? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, you know, say like, you know, what he said right now is wrong because I'm still trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But do you think that going into a relationship, that gender roles is important? Like, oh, do that even matter? Or is it something y'all even think about? Like, y'all just live, right? It is what it is. This person do that person do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's women out there that love to fucking paint. You know what I'm saying? That love to hang up pictures and paint. I think if you're gonna think about gender roles, like that's man duty. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know this is a conversation, it's a podcast, I'm, you know, reacting, but like, do anybody have conversations about gender roles in relationships? Like, just let me know.
In a relationship, when we're talking about gender roles, we're talking specifically about a relationship, and there's always exceptions to any rule. You happen to be a cook, and you're going to be cooking and stuff, and you make money off your cooking. Let's say you're making money off your cooking. When you come home, now let's say that you're making enough money to support your family to where you don't have to send your kids off to daycare, and someone else at the daycare can imprint their worldview onto your kid instead of your wife imprinting y'all worldview onto your kids. So the best thing to do is the woman, if you're capable and have the bandwidth to support the family, go out there, make the bag, and your woman is at home working, but you're a chef.
20, 180.
Sorry.
That's how many clients I'm going to get you, and that's how many days it's going to take me to do it.
The woman has to know her role by the time you get home. Food is going to be made for you. Yeah, you're out there cooking for other people, but when you get home, you're probably going to have a plate. Or depending on however, you tend to set it up as a masculine man because you make the guidelines within your house and you set everything in the rules. If you want to bring home the food every night, that's the choice you make. Being feminine is letting the woman lead. Being masculine is you coming up with your own program and she's being on it. So just because it's like you're looking at it so literal, like, oh, well, a man shouldn't be in the kitchen. But this is what I love to do. This is my passion. This is my purpose, to be a chef. Stay on your purpose, bro. No one's telling you not to cook.
So I'm not going to do it. And I think that's what I'm getting at is because I'm 30, about to be 31, and I see a lot of young men and women. I see a lot of young men, so I just need a woman to cook, clean, and I notice that they can't do it. And so for me, I agree with you and I understand you, and I like to put things out there. It's like, I wish that we move away from the genders, and like you said, is understanding that, if you can get your woman to do that, which is extremely ideal. But when we look at society right now, at least 60 to 70% of us cannot do that. And so for the common man to even think that, a woman's supposed to do everything or not supposed to be a father, it's like, bro, when you come home from work, you shouldn't just be taking off your boots and making her do everything. You need to be helping with the homework. You need to be helping cleaning. If there's more cooking to do, you need to be helping with that. Whatever it is.
It's not a need. The thing is, the man should lead. So the man only needs to do what he has to do to properly lead. Now, if that's helping out with certain things at the home, then he needs to do that. But if he doesn't have the time to do that because he's out there fully grinding, you got to think about it.
If you've been here this long and watching this video with me, smash the like button, subscribe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck with your boy, you know what I'm saying? This is my first reaction video, so, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can give this shit personality, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get used to it, though, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm not used to just talking to people, unless I have somebody in front of me, literally, but sitting here talking to camera is not, you know what I'm saying? It's not my seat yet, so, you know what I'm saying? So I'm growing, so if you with me this long, you fuck with me, this is the, beginning of this journey, like, subscribe, please, let's get it.
Realistic in today's time with inflation, most couples have to work, so they don't have the ability to live a life like I live, where my chick don't work. They don't have that ability. Most human beings don't. In the world, they don't have that ability. So when I'm speaking from a standpoint of, this is the trying to give that motivation, like you should want to always reach that level, but if you can't reach that level, you should still have a masculine frame about yourself where you can still lead that relationship, being in a 50-50 relationship with that woman, which it is, a man is capable of still leading a woman when it's 50-50. The thing is, like, the man is still capable. The thing is, women don't really want that. Like, they're hypergamous, right? So their hypergamous nature will supersede those things in a relationship. You get what I'm saying?
So if I told you I was a hypergamous man, how would you feel about that? Like, my ex-wife, she made more money than me. Even to this day, she does. And
that doesn't mean that you're a hypergamous man. Hypergamy doesn't mean that. Well, it doesn't mean that okay, say that again. You said your wife makes more money than you.
Well, my ex-wife. So when I was
Your
dating,
ex-wife
even now,
made more money than you.
Yeah, and even when I look for women, I say that I'm hypergamous because I date up in social class. I will either my level or up, but I don't believe in hypergamy where we date down.
Bruh. All right. Bruh. All right. So like, yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like I don't think men do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's a man thing. Let's listen. Let me defend myself.
I don't believe in that.
Got it. So you want to date up, meaning that you want to date a woman that's making.
No. All right, so men, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all give a fuck about how much money or social status a woman got? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all look for in a relationship, like, or in a female? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because for me personally, I think it's like respect, you know what I'm saying, and a little class, you know what I'm saying? But like, as far as social status, like, oh, you got to be a doctor, or you got to be making this much money, like, that sound like a 304, like a shorty, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what this coming. So Coolie debates sus male on male hypergamy. So like, what he did just say is considered hypergamy for a male. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never heard a man say that ever. Like, never. Like, yo, shorty, I only date up. Shorty, you gotta have you gotta be driving a Mustang, bitch. Like, I can see the Zaz. Nah, hold up. Let's continue. Let him defend himself. I'm sorry.
More money than you financially.
Or like, so when we talk about social classes or classism, it's not just about money. But I do date like either my level or above. Yes.
Hypergamy comes with a multitude of different things. Like women have a natural proclivity to want a man taller, stronger, makes more money, more competent. Do you want that?
Well, I want a woman that makes money. She's natural. She's educated, and she's multi-talented like me. And that's not the common thing.
But do you desire? Yeah, so you're not hypergamous.
Right, so I'm sorry. I keep stopping this shit. I'm sorry. So I get it. If it's like a preference, I get it. Like preference, like I prefer this, preferred. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you have a real like desire, like, yo, shorty, you broke, shorty, you dumb, like, shorty, like, if you had that type of like energy, like, yeah, you get a nigga. Might as well get a nigga, bro. Get a whole nigga, bro. You gay.
And I'll prove it to you. Do you desire, like actually desire, and would prefer a woman to be more competent than you? Like, would that make you feel, put it like this, would that turn you on if the woman made more money?
I think, and in a sense, I'm going to say this, and I hope people can understand it. In a sense,
no, and real quick, would it turn you on intimately?
He said, "Do money make?"
I think so, because it'll give me something to.
So you're telling me that a woman making more money would make your hard,
bro? Don't.
Well, not necessarily the money; it's the education, the knowledge that I can gain from her. The money.
Please.
And you're saying that would. More blood would go to your penis area because she makes more money than you.
Money make him come.
Yes, because I do not like women who are not educated. It frustrates me.
That's
Do you want to eliminate escapism like porn, video games, and binging social media so you can finally get locked in with the laser focus?
Totally fine, women that's not educated. But you're stating that, okay, got it. So a pretty woman, a woman that's a 10, right? She's a 10, but, you know, she only makes enough money to support herself and to really go 50-50. But she's very attractive, right? Or a woman that's, you know, a 5, but she's making enough money where you don't even have to work.
That's a good question.
What are you going to be more inclined to take?
All right, before he answers. All right, so what would y'all, what would y'all choose? He said there's a 10, fine-ass girl, Rihanna, you know what I'm saying, Beyonce, you know what I'm saying, Brianna Whitley. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, she a girl, she fine as hell. She don't make too much money. She's smart. She got, you know, good head on her shoulders. She go 50-50 with you and all of that shit. But she's fine as hell. You know what I'm saying? Would you choose her or the shorty that's a 5, like super average, but she make enough money? She's smart too. She's smart as fuck. She went to school. But she make enough money where you don't have to work as a nigga. Why do I think some of y'all niggas, some of you Ray-Rays, going to choose the 5? Because y'all niggas don't want to work. Y'all niggas is lazy. But Let me know in the comments. Let me know.
I'm gonna be honest. I would say the adjustable 6, and I would take the adjustable 6 over a 10.
This guy said adjustable 6. I'm just talking about a 5. Something that's just average, man. Something that's just average.
Okay,
I think
I would
that's
say
a real
if in
character
that
question.
case, I would say the average woman because
That's
just
a character
personal
question.
experience. I can't speak for
That
all
nigga don't
men.
want to work.
Women
that
that
nigga
are
want to be a
9s and
housewife
10s
and cook
are
and take
rare,
care of the
and
kids.
2, they
That's
have
cool, though. That's
something
not,
that I just do not like about them.
I guess
but I
it's
do like beautiful
2024.
women.
One
Average
second.
woman, yes.
I see a lot of people coming in. We got 6. We got, I think that's how you said SYX. We got Witty 300. We got Bree. We got Brian Thompson. I'm gonna bring y'all up in a little bit. I mean, this isn't really a debate. This is me trying to understand you because you're saying that you're hypergamous, which is still.
I hear a nigga that just don't want to. Just you know what I'm saying, he's successful, I guess, you know what I'm saying. He said he got 2 degrees, culinary, he went to the army, whatever the fuck. I just hear a nigga that just, I want a shorty that's gonna take care of me. Like, I want a shorty that's smart, educated like me, but I don't have to fucking pay bills or work. That bitch make a, you know what I'm saying. Maybe, I heard it wrong. Maybe he do pay bills. I don't know, but like it sound like he a 304. That's what it sound like, nigga. And him saying it, like him personally saying it, is making me feel away because he's hella zest, like he a little zesty and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So he got a little sugar, like, it's a little flame out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm hearing it. Like, what the fuck, nigga? You sound gay. Like, what the fuck going on? But let me know.
Truly hard to believe. The hypergamous nature in a woman, a man can never adopt that same carnal nature as the woman has.
He's half man, half
because
amazing,
what it does is a woman is actually attracted to the man that's taller, stronger, makes more money.
So is he.
That's more competent than her. She's not looking for her equal, and she doesn't want to date down. She's actually looking for a superior. You're stating that you don't want a superior, but you would take a woman that is, making more money than you. But on every other aspect, you still will want to be superior. Hopefully. Do I have it correct?
Hopefully that's what you want.
Yeah. And I would say that, but when I look at the definition of hypergamy, it's the practice of marrying or dating someone who has a higher social status.
So it's
not always about the money. That's why I was debating about gender roles. I do not do gender roles because
maybe I'm confused.
Once you start having conversations in real life, people throw those gender roles on so hard, and it's hard for a person like me to thrive or even understand them because it's like, that's unfair. I feel like we're all equal and we should go where we appreciate it at that same level or above. Hypergamy is not a male or female.
We'll go back to gender roles in a second. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, well, let me ask you a question because I want to nip this in the butt. Pause. No Diddy.
Super pause. He wild for that.
You said that you're hypergamous. You would prefer to date a woman that's making more money than you. Do you now? I'm going to ask you questions about yourself in this dynamic. Men, we have a natural proclivity to be the superhero in a woman's world. We have a natural proclivity to want a woman that is usually less experienced, that maybe haven't been in a BMW if we have one, that maybe haven't been to Cancun if we're taking her there, because then if she gets in the BMW or the nice luxury car, she's going to be wowed. And men, we have a natural proclivity to appreciate that. Like, I want to show a woman a good time. We also have a natural proclivity to show a woman a good experience. If a woman, been to Cancun many times and we take her there, she's gonna be like, oh, okay, cool, this is nice. But if she's never been there before, she's like, oh my gosh, Darius, look at where we are. The water is so clear. I never been here. What's that's gonna do to you, Darius? You're gonna be like, Dan, I feel like the man. Not only that, you're gonna be the superhero to her world.
I love this Bahamas.
Now,
thanks for taking me back.
I say that, and my question is this: you don't want to be the superhero in a woman's world?
I'll be honest with you.
If she's making more money and more experience than you, right? If she's making more money and more experience than you, how can you be her superhero in her world?
I think that's why it's different from a lot of men, and that's why I think.
So you don't want to be. You don't want to be the superhero. You want to be equal.
I come from the middle.
we gonna end this motherfucker right here. I'm gonna have this video in the comment. Go support, you know what I'm saying, the No Fugazee podcast, you know what I'm saying. Full video is gonna be in the link in the description. If you are still here, I fucking appreciate you, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, do what you gotta do, support the channel. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all. So like, anyways, peace, nigga. Yeah.
Is it a flex? I be collecting diamonds every time I see a check. No blankets when it's cold, I flood my pockets with death. Them dead presidents is who I see is when I'm setting list my bank account. Offer me some interest on my flex. I be collecting diamonds every time I see a check. No blankets when it's cold, I flood my pockets with death. Them dead presidents is who I see is when I'm setting list my